Well, welcome in, everyone. We are here for another edition of Twitch Thursday with Rec Poker. I'm Taylor Maas. Thank you for tuning in tonight. We're here playing the Rec Poker Nightly Series. If you want to get a little bit more details about the Nightly Series, rec.poker/homegame. Find out all about it. If you want to find out a little bit more about me, the link right below that one, rec.poker/Taylor Maas. We're just getting started up here. It is the top of the hour. We play these every night, same time, same place, playing for the ever so coveted. Let me get this ready. I'll get it ready in just a second, I swear. Just be patient. We're not going to miss us folding 7-5 off here, so. Okay, let's fold the 7-5 off. But what are we playing for tonight? We are playing for... Did we get it? Hit. Oh my gosh. Come on. Come on now. It's not doing it. The bronze pin, the Rec Poker bronze pin. That's what we're playing for tonight. Everyone's showing up because they want to win a bronze pin. If you win the Nightly Series, you also get invited to the Tournament of Champions the following month, where you have the chance to win a silver pin, which is a silver version of this, if I could ever end up showing it. It's just not doing it. I don't know what's going wrong, but something's going wrong. So, yeah, that's what we're playing for tonight. Typically get a pretty good crew that shows up here. So far we've got 38 entries. Late registration goes for 40 minutes after the start. So already at 38, we'll probably hit a little bit higher than that. This is interesting. We've got an open, a 3-bet, and a flat call. We've got an ace, but we've got an absolute trash kicker. So we usually get like 60 or so people, so that'll be my guess for tonight. But what we'll be doing tonight, as we do every other Twitch Thursday night, is we're doing a giveaway. And you're like, hey Taylor, how do I enter said giveaway? I'm trying to get my camera set up. It's like not sitting right on my thing, so give me a second. Is that good? I think that's good. Yeah. But if you're like, hey, how do I enter this giveaway? The correct answer to how do you enter the giveaway is what you want to do is guess the spot that I finish in tonight correctly. The number position of how I finish. So if I win, that number is 1. If I would bust out right now, it'd probably be 38, but like more people will enter. So don't worry about that. I'm not going to bust right now. But if you can guess that spot exactly correct, you win either $10 off Rec Poker merch or 50% off an hour coaching with me. It'd be your choice. And all you have to do is just put a number guess in the chat. So good luck to everyone. We'll be tracking all those guesses and hopefully get some fun sweats going on later when we make a deep run. But I've got to make a deep run to do that first. So feel free to say hey in the chat. Put in your guess for the giveaway. Otherwise, we're just going to sit here and play some poker. We got a pretty big hand right away. Megra and 5x5. Megra... either first or second all-time in number of Nightly Series wins in the Rec Poker Series, and 5x5, who doesn't play the Nightly Series all that much, but I believe he was second in the Player of the Year last year, and also part of our core team. That's why he's got the orange tag. Chris 5x5 Jones. Pocket 5s don't lose when I'm at his table, but 4s beat 5s, so watch out. Good to know. Good to know. Always good to take notes on someone so you know that 5s don't lose when he's here, but 4s will beat 5s. Perfect. Uh, 4x open again. Ace with a pretty trash kicker, so we'll just let it go. We're just going to hang out, have a fun time, Hey, B Jammin', how is it going? Thanks for tuning in. Good luck tonight to you. The 10 and the 10. I like this hand. I do. So we're going to go 2.5. Based on the people behind me, I expect to get a decent amount of calls from Babker, from Keck Geek, from Magra, or from 5x5 Jones. So let's see what happens. There's one call, but not from one of the people I expected. There's a call from Magra. Obligatory oh no when the flop comes to with a 5 and Chris 5x5 Jones is playing. Outside of the jokingness of this, like, this is really good for us. We're only worried about Jacks plus. Usually we get 3-bet by those. So we're going to put out a nice thick and meaty value bet here. Let's go for some value. Fold, fold. Oh, Chris. King should be only good for us. I likely continue one more time for about 9.5 here. And then most likely hand that he has is like a diamond draw. So we're trying to price it just right where they're like, maybe I should go for the diamond draw. And we get the fold, and we take it down. That's totally fine too. Obviously we got the overpair. An overcard came to the board, but after the flop betting we still felt good even though there was an overcard. So, hey, how's it going, Pocket Protractor? Thank you for tuning in. Yeah, just a limp for us. Let's hit 2 2s or 2 9s. That's none of those. Whoops. I was trying to enter in Pocket Protractor's guess and it shot me over to the table. And I just said 15. 15. Yeah, we still have absolutely nothing. Trying to write down everyone's guesses so I can look them up and have them saved away. Best not to do that when I'm in a hand, I guess. Tough starting table. Fun starting table, I think. I want to say that. Keck Geek. Oh, yeah. When I said Magra is like either first or second, the other person that is first or second is Keck Geek. Definitely first and second. I just don't know the order here. Second in Player of the Year, Babker's always good. Shamu, decent. Haven't played with Uncle Hoots all that much, or Chatty Cat, but like, okay. Yeah. Raise, 3-bet, fold. Pretty simple. If it folds to us, we potentially play the suited double gapper. Could potentially call. I'd really like 5x5 to raise here and make me feel good about my decisions. I have a feeling we go call a decent amount of the time here, or just don't see many 3-bets, so then I'm actually gonna like make this a call. If I'm worried about either of these players 3-betting, then I should just get rid of this. So we hit a 3. Obviously don't want to like get too much pressure up against us. We check here very happily. We're hoping to spike another 3 or maybe a 6. Queen isn't the worst, but the queen hitting likely makes Magra lead out. But we get a lead from Babker. So what do we think of bottom pair terrible kicker here? It's unlikely to improve. If we hit a 6, we just go from a pair of 3s to a pair of 6s. If we hit a 3, we feel pretty good, but not great. Just let it go. When we play the 3-6, we're really just looking for like straights and flush draws, straight draws, flush draws, those types of things, or 3 of a kind. Bottom pair is not really what we want to get attached to. We're so early and so deep in the tournament that implied odds can be working heavily in our favor, and that's why I kind of am all right with a call there. If I'm on 30 bigs, there's not a chance I'm calling 3-6. Nice. Everyone's tuning in. I like to see it. Getting their guesses in. Nice, nice, nice. No one's guessed first yet. We've had a pretty good track record. I don't know how many people have been watching every single week, but this is like month 4 of this, so we've probably been doing this, man, what's it got to be, like 15 to 20 times, somewhere in that range, and we've gotten first once and second place twice. So out of a field of, normally like 60, those are pretty darn good results. Pet Vet, guessing the standard third from Pet Vet. Got the 3s in the name and also guessing third. I'm sensing a favorite number there. I might be right, I might be wrong, who knows. How do we feel about the deuce 3? If I was playing for the nut low, I'd like it. Because here I would have the nut low. Really interesting. We had under the gun open, button call, and then a really quick continuation bet from under the gun. So really tight, strong range. And then a 3 bet, or sorry, just a raise from the button. So, to me, this says king, like a hand like king queen, maybe king jack. Feels very much targeted like something like that, especially with the times that I've played with Shamu before. Keck Geek, on the other hand, I'm gonna venture to guess it's a hand like jacks. King queen versus jacks is my guess. Queen queen. Ooh, not a king. I was incorrect. I got half of it right. Keck Geek did have the slight under pair. Really interesting to see the raise there. Must have been a flush draw. Have someone sitting out. Totally different table dynamic here. We're going to raise up the pocket pair, but now we have less aggressive players on our right. Before we had 5x5, Keck Geek and Magra. All, you should be somewhat concerned around aggression from them. Carl must have doubled up. Oh, I just want to do this. We're going to kind of take the same approach here as we did with 10s the previous time. When we had 10s, we wanted to bet for protection. Here it's the same concept, even though we have a totally different hand. But we're likely to get called by overcards that have some equity against us, and if we can get those overcards to fold, that's a big win. we had a suited queen here, but we're not going to play a suited queen from early position. Especially when I know the flop's going to come out this, because this doesn't help our suited queen. Not at all. Oh, maybe I should tweet. Let's see. Let's see if I can put the tweet out there. Oh, there it is. Suited ace, we'll open that up. And we just take it down. That's about a perfect result for opening up a suited ace. There we go. We got the tweet out there. What should I do with the worst hand in poker? Get spicy. Now we're on a nice upward trajectory. We don't need to go too crazy. All right, usually I talk about it more, but we are approaching the end of the entries for the giveaway. We only let the guesses go for the first 20 minutes. So if you haven't already, what we do every night that we do Twitch Thursdays, if you guess the spot that I finish in exactly correct, you win either $10 off Rec Poker merch or 50% off an hour coaching with me. It would be your choice which one of those you want. But what I need from you, if you're interested in winning that, is to put your guess in the chat right now, because we are going to be closing it in just a few minutes. So get those guesses in. I'll be closing it just shortly, so don't miss out. Get those guesses in. All it takes is just go into chat, type something out, little number. Maybe you want to guess 1, maybe you want to guess 2, something like that. If you think I'm going to get first or second. But there's 49 people left so far. Actually, there's 50. It just hasn't updated yet, but 53 entries. 50 of them are left. We're currently in 11th, but it's very early and way too quick to tell us what's going to go on. So, yeah, get those guesses in now. Suited king, if it stays cheap, yeah, heck yeah, I'll play. I don't think they're gonna raise too much. I haven't played with either of these all that much to know how aggressive they're gonna get, but I'm decently happy going 5 ways just for a limp with a hand like king 5 suited. So let's see a flop, dealer. Oh, Carl. I guess. Sure. Yeah, let's go 5 ways for 4 big blinds, I guess. Neither of those are kings or 5s, and none of those are spades. There's 3 different suits out there, none of which are spades. None are a king, none are a 5. And we face half pot bet. Did I say Twitter wrong before? Maybe. Who knows? Let's be the one. Oh, shoot. I didn't mean to go 3. I wanted to go 2.4. But I guess snap call. They don't care. They're ready to play this hand. We're looking for that magic 7. A very quick re-raise. They likely just have like a big diamond, right? I mean, they definitely could have a made flush here. But we're probably behind. If we hit a 7, we're good. I don't like folding to like min raises like this. 1 second. Alright, we'll just give it up. It's far from optimal, but whatever. We'll let them go for it. Alright, so if you haven't already, guesses are closed. Sorry if you missed the boat, but my goodness, I keep... So, I'm closing the guesses. Sorry if you missed out. But we always do this every week, so there'll be another week that you can do this. 7 days from today. Four flush comes in on the river. And that would be the king high version of the flush. Ooh, we have lost 5 by 5 already. We've lost Fortune NY. Some good people leaving us almost immediately. And we are right at starting stack, not doing too much, so. Stuff is going quick. Makes sense, be jamming. I just never know what I said in the past, so it makes it tough. The great Rob Washam. The 3-6. Aha. Alright, let's try it one more time. The Rec Poker bronze pin. Let's see if we can do it. Yeah. There it is. There it is. Rec Poker bronze pin. Almost had it. We had it for a second. Hopefully you caught it. I don't know why my camera does that. It just does not want to focus, but whatever. Oh, our friend that min rated us is very low on chips. What are we going to see here? A call, Queen 10. Yeah, I'd be calling that too. Because it's the winning hand. Johnny on the spot with the moderator duties. Get that message out of chat. Queen 4 offsuit. We get a limp under the gun. Re-limp from the button. A call from the small blind. And we are saying, give us 2 4s. That is a single 4. We would like 1 additional 4, please. 1 more 4. Thank you. We gonna see a bet here? No. We're gonna go 3 bigs, 60% pot. It went check, check, check. This looks like we're just trying to buy it, but we've got 3 of a kind. We get a call and another call. We likely size it around like, I think my 45% button here on the river. There's a lot of draws that called us, a lot of hands that have like a 5, maybe some hearts, maybe some like 8-9 combos. The jack really is the biggest dud of a card in terms of all their draws. So I don't want to go too big, so I'm trying to incentivize a call, but let's do something like this. I expect a lot of folds, honestly, but we'll see. We get 1 call. I'll call that a success. Two calls. More of a success. Thank you. Honestly, I just sized it small there because so many draws miss. They would have had to check a hand like a 7 or a 6 on the flop, I think, or hit a jack on the river. So I'm really just going for that very specific part of their range. And then potentially trying to get hands that I think we're bluffing and are trying to bluff catch to call us too, but King 4, I'll just let it go. Well, that would have been 2 clubs. Sometimes you just have to ask for the cards. So like I did with the 4 there, where I was like, hey, 1 4 is good, but what I really like is another 4. And then sometimes it'll come out. So those are the tips I can provide to you. Half pot call. This is for a big portion of their stack. They've got, what, 60% of the pot left in their stack? And almost an all-in, but we get a fold. That's really interesting. Our clubs would have came through. It would have been really nice. Who's this guy? Who is that guy? No, we're not going to allow that. Does it unblock it? Oh yeah, it does. Okay. So we hit a 5. Pretty good. We want to deny equity, but we usually don't have to do this too much. Like if I had in like ace 9, I'd be continuing here too. So this is just going to be like essentially like a range bet. We're betting like our entire range here. Here I fully intend on betting this street and then checking almost all rivers. I think the only rivers I don't check are a king or a 5. This is for sure one that we check. So we'll just pre-check it. And they had a queen. And a 4 for the straight. We bet the 5 again on the turn to get out hands that potentially are draws. And then also get out like 2 overcards in a draw, potentially get a 6 to fold there, Never really expecting for a queen to fold when we bet 2 streets like that. So, a known risk of what's going on there. This should be absolutely amazing for our range. But for our exact hand, it's really not that good. I'm going to check. I expect Carl to play pretty face up here. Does he really check a king? The unfortunate part is I think he checks a 10 and calls a 10 like this. But how many 10s does he have in his range? A lot of them are like Jack 10, Queen 10. And what's going to fold on the river that didn't fold turn? I think we just give up here. Yeah, you had a Jack. Seems fair. I think we could have got a Jack to fold on the river, but I don't know if we get a queen to fold on the river. So. Are the positions based on how much money you have? It's based off how many chips you have at the time. So essentially, if you're new to this, like everyone enters with the same amount of chips. And then essentially what we're doing is competing to try and win all the chips. But it's obviously slow to win all the chips. But what happens is the amount you're forced to bet goes up over time, and then you're forced to kind of get more aggressive with types of things. People get knocked out, so more chips get accumulated to certain people. But essentially everything is ranked off of, you know, how many chips you have and then how long do you last. So King Jack off under the gun. We're gonna play this tight and correct, that is. So what do we got? We got 3,600 chips. We started with 3,000. We're just trying to slowly accumulate more and more chips. We'll let it go. What did we have? We had the Jack and the 5. I would have liked to play this hand. Ah, yes. Welcome back. The good old 2-3. Easy fold. Easy fold. We see a really small 3-bet here. Inflating the pot. We're going to go to the flop with 17.5 and a very action-heavy board. Yikes. Sorry to hear about that. Be jammin'. Got in aces versus kings, and now he's out of the tournament. Yikes. I have a feeling 15.85 big blinds will be going into the middle here at some point. Whether it's a check and then a call, or a bet and then a call. There it is. King, Jack, 10, 10. The 10 drills the straight on the turn. Drilled it. Ah, yes, suited Jack. I will play. Get a fold from Steve and a fold from the big blind, and take some chips down. And guess who's back? None other than the deuce 3. Give me that fold. The quick fold. Be jam, and this is why we need re-entry. No, dude, there's a game every single night. Why do we need re-entry? With re-entry, the quality of play would go down significantly to start the tournament, because there's essentially no harm in firing 2 bullets. So you just go for it, right? Like, you just try and get it all in. Jack 9, ace jack. Ace jack is pretty good. Another set of cards that are pretty low in rankings. So we just let it go. Yeah, Steve says it would make the tourneys way longer. It's true, it would make them longer. It would also just be an absolute circus to start. No one would want to play. Because you would literally try and double your stack immediately, because there's no harm in busting. If you can just re-enter again for play chips. No skin in the game. I bet we would barely get anyone to play if there was a re-entry involved, because everyone would just go for the double. PKO is the same thing. We've talked about this with the Rec Poker group. What did the bounties mean, right? The bounties mean play chips. Play chips mean so very little to everyone. So bounties just really struggled to work out. PKOs for sure struggled to work out. And it's just the unfortunate nature of the game. The closest we got to like making bounties viable was for like the Player of the Year series, when we award points, to have some sort of point awarded for a bounty. But then again, it's not like super intuitive to say like, yeah, you get 1 Player of the Year point every time you knock someone out. Also would have been a lot of grunt work for Mr. Poker Geek to actually like tabulate all those things. So bounties just aren't gonna work in this format. The sad but honest truth. Pretty interesting here for a big blind calling. They can connect with this in a variety of ways. Gut shot draws, flush draws, 2-pair oh, I guess they had absolutely nothing. Then I was gonna say And then conversely, they connect with it a lot in terms of having a lot of aces in their range. So we could have seen some boxing back and forth, but we saw a continuation bet and a fold. We'll check here. Mano y mano. And we've got nothing. Should I just open fold? Would that have been fun? Just I fold. I don't care. I know you're going to bet, but I fold. Ace 7 off seems like a hand we can play. Stacks are starting to get short. We're kind of getting to that point. We've got a 5 big blind stack. 10, 9. But then you have 60 here. 24, 25. Really tempting for me to 3-bet any open that they make here. Limp is a way of like protecting our hand, or to raise it up to try and just get them to fold trash. I think we'll just try and get them to fold trash, and then if they call, play flops. So 10-3-5, generally speaking, doesn't really improve his hands too often. He does have some 10s, but ace high should be decent. We'll check and just react to whatever happens here. Pretty big bet, pretty quickly too. Not really what we wanted to see. Steve is very much just like a value bet driven person. I'm almost inclined to just believe him here, but range-wise speaking, we should just be calling whenever we have an ace. So let's do that. We hit a queen. Should scare him slightly, I guess. I expect to see a lot of checks here now. If he bets again, it's just an easy fold. Okay. He bets small, but yeah, it's still just going to be a fold from us. Usually he likes to show, but I really would like to see an open. I'm not just gonna jam. I'll just open, play a little bit lower variance. Anyone reopens the action, it's just an all-in from us then. But now I guess it's looking like it's going to go 3 ways to a flop. We'll have position on them. Alright, just an all-in from us. Hopefully we're ahead of whatever they have, but never know for sure. So Steve will be folding a lot here. We're just hoping that we can beat whatever hand they have. And looks like a split pot. Alrighty then. Did not lose. Hey, you know what? If you open fold, you can't lose any more chips, right? I need to find a time to just open fold. There's got to be a time where just open folding isn't that bad, and I might try and take it. So unfortunate, but like we're still not that far underneath what like a starting stack was, so we don't have to worry too much. We're in 32nd out of 45. We would like to find a win here, that's for sure. Let's find a hand. We folded a ton of crappy hands to start this thing. Maybe we can find a good one. I guess we did get tens. We've gotten tens and ace queen offsuit. Is that it? Have I gotten ace jack? I don't remember. Steve says he had a queen, that blind versus blind hand. I don't know if I believe him. What queen is he betting on a 10 high board? Steve? What queen are you betting on a 10 high board? Blah. Blah. Yeah, that's the problem with trying to bluff Steve. He is a just very infamous bluff catcher. Dude just loves trying to pick off bluffs. So, gotta watch out when trying to bluff him. Excuse me. I would love some sort of hand. Have I said that yet? Maybe it's because I haven't like asked for specific cards. What cards would I like? Let's do the ace and the queen again. I think that's fair. I think it's fair to have ace queen. Because someone could have ace king. Someone could have ace jack. Someone could have an underpair. Someone could have king queen. So it seems all around fair if I can just get ace queen and play that hand. So ace queen, please. That was not what I asked for. Poker Stars, are you listening? Type it in the chat. That's bound to work, right? If I type it out. Bound to. I mean, how great would it have been to have ace queen here? Ugh. Something's off. I keep asking for ace queen and I get jack 8. I don't want any more jack 8s. What are you doing, Steve? That's right, you're folding. That's what you're doing. I was getting all happy to see a free flop, and opener goes all in. We don't have to worry too much. We are below starting stack, but oh, Poker Stars. I am only calling so that Steve can jam. Damn, he didn't jam. No spade. Whew. There we go. I can't say this. Steve was going to be there. The intention was call there, let Steve rejam, take call. That was the intention with the just call with aces. Queen 8 off is an open, but versus an open, it's just a fold. So we are back. We're back in it. All it took was one. We have 4,600 in chips. Moves us up to 15th place out of the 36 people remaining. We have some life. I will be in break in about 5 minutes or so. But it was definitely a much needed and much welcomed double up there. Just under a double, right? Yeah, just under a double. No, BJ. I mean, he was gonna fold Queen Jack if I check raised. 7-9. I'll take a min raise. Expect to see a fold and then a call. Hawsey likes to call, so we'll go to a flop. This essentially just puts him to the test for his tournament life or close to it. Because he's calling off a third of his stack then. He just F's around a ton with those min leads. So let's just put pressure right back on him even though we don't have crap. Yeah, he folds Queen Jack on the flop when he just had 2 overs. Yeah, Steve. Get good at the game. You ask for good cards and you get good cards. You ask for reasonable cards. I was like, hey, can I get the ace and the queen? And then they're like, hey, very reasonable ask. We're actually going to reward you with the ace and the ace. And then someone's going to shove into you. So try it. Make a reasonable request for a hand and see what you get. It's a well-known tactic on the stream. Well-known. My intention was fully there to slow roll you. What's the pay list? It's a play money tournament, so we are playing for play chips. So really just pride, the bronze pin, and invite to the Tournament of Champions in the Rec Poker Club that we're playing for. But if you are interested, you can pretend these are dollars, and we all entered for $20,000, and then there's $322,000 up top. So you can pretend that, but in actuality, it is worthless play chips. But if you want to pretend. Someone has got a lot of chips here. That is a lot. Queen 7, very average of a hand. I don't really want to play this multi-way, but for one big blind, I think it's worth it. 7 is now the card we're looking for. We do have a backdoor flush draw, so things are looking somewhat decent for us. Oh, man. This is tough because we could theoretically just like jam here, and it's not like that bad. I love the backdoor flush draw. I love the gut shot straight, but I'm just going to be an absolute nit and fold here. That turn card. Yeah, everyone likes the no F's given raise with 7-9 suited on a very crappy board. But the thing is, like, he leads there way too much, so his range is just weak. So I'm just going to turn some hands into a bluff when I know I'm going to get him to fold a decent amount of the time. And when he does have a hand, all he does is just come over the top where I can fold. I would have essentially continuation bet for 3 big blinds or so. So I'm taking really close to the same line I would have taken with continuation bet. But I get to do it in a raising fashion since he led for the min. It looks way stronger. Yeah, so break time. I'm going to take a quick break. We'll be back in just a few minutes. We'll go over kind of where we're at in the tournament and so on and so forth. But stick tight. We'll be back in about 2 minutes. All right, we're back. Just a few minutes left on break. We've gotten a lot of carnage to start. We started with 69 entries. We're down to 31. A little bit more than usual in terms of how many people have left the tournament. We're in 17th place with 5K in chips, which is below average due to all the bust outs that we've seen. But it's still 25 bigs, right? Yeah, 25. So we're doing fine. No worries at all. Chip graph wise, we started on the upward trend. Then we took a couple dings, got our aces, and kind of did the same stuff. So really kind of boring. But what happens this next hour? A lot of action. So we're going to be seeing a lot of all-ins, a lot of swingy pots. Blinds are going to keep going up. Size of pots are going to keep going up. So we'll just get more swingy results. Yeah, Steve, I did see that Martin Jacobson is joining the Farad Jotin training, which is really sweet. I remember seeing the flyer for it and that there's going to be like a special guest stuff. But yeah, I mean, didn't he do pretty good in the main event or something like that? I feel like that's the case. Main event winner, Martin Jacobson, for 3 of the sessions. Dang. Winning the main event's good and all, but it probably involves a lot of luck. I guess you have to be lucky and good, right? I know, I'm just trying to troll. It's gonna be crazy. All right. We are back at it with the 3-6 suited. We played this earlier. We flopped bottom pair and then just gave up. Curled into a ball. What do we got for chip stacks? 2, 25, 25, 38, 36. There's a lot of big stacks around us. This is a massive stack. Oh yeah, we're not playing here. Remember when I said, like, calling the 3-6 suited is alright on 100 big blinds deep, but once we get to 30, 40, ooh, an all-in from Steve. Applying max pressure, going for fold equity or hand equity is the question here. I expect to see a lot of folds from both these players, which is going to make this a very profitable shove for Rec Poker Steve. So, regardless of the result, I like it. I like to see it. Fold, fold, win, win. Nice steal. Exactly. It was a great spot to steal. Which is why you have to be cautious of calling min opens when there's shorter stacks. Stealing with the best hand. Yeah, even if you are. Or even if you weren't. Even if you had a hand like 10-8, maybe we should do it. Is this our turn? Is this our turn to shove? Should we do it? Yeah, less out there. Worst bad hand if we get called. Get this off of there. There we go. Okay. What do we have? This went limp, call, check, right? Yeah, it had to have. King Jack, this seems like a hand we can play. Bigger stacks to our right. Hopefully they just say see you later. We'll just min raise. We don't need to get too crazy. Get a fold from Steve. We've got a big stack in the small blind, a shorter stack in the big blind. Very optimal for them to be situated that way in terms of chip stacks rather than the flip. I don't think Elvis has too many low cards in the 2, 3, 4, 5-ish range. Potentially have an ace, but we also potentially have an ace. I'm going to continuation bet, hopefully just take it down here a big chunk of the time. But when we don't, it's really good to hit a hand like a jack on the turn here, where we then get some top pair equity. Why won't it let me fold? I want to open fold. Oh, there, it's back. Okay. We will bet again. And 4 on the river is very interesting. I think I'm going to go for a very small river bet. And we get a fold. Must have been on a flush draw or some sort of straight draw type of hand. But we get 2 streets from whatever it was and feel really good about it. Oh yeah, another thing that you get if you win the nightly series, the Rec Poker patch. You can put it right there in the shirt if you want. You can go here, here. I just keep mine loose so I can show it off. That focuses much better. Is that the old? This is the old logo and old patch. I don't know if he did the new one, but yeah, I've got just a few of them lying around. Steve keeps giving them to me, so I just keep throwing them on my desk. All right, what do we got? What do we got? What do we got? We have a suited ace. I'd be happy to call a shove for 5.5 big blinds. Probably still end up calling a shove for 10.5 big blinds. Not calling for 20. Unlikely to shove on us from either of these two, so we kind of know what we're going to be doing here. Steve, that just looks way too strong. We'll let you have it. We had our mind made up going into it what our min open was going to be accomplishing. That's twice now. Uh-oh. Uh-oh. And we get him out of there. See you later, Steve. Get off our table. I think it was very likely that Steve had a hand like 10s, jacks, queens, kings, ace, queen, ace, king. I'm assuming he'll tell us in chat. We'll see how close I was to my guess. I think he flats hands like ace, jack, ace, 10. Pocket 9s he probably flats. I think no matter what, we were behind there. I don't know what happened on the flop, but now all of a sudden on this deuce turn, there's a raise that comes in. And it doesn't slow him down. Queen versus queen. Okay. Interesting. Two queens just all ready to go to war. I mean, fair enough on the run out that they had, but we'll fold. This is essentially a shove for 10 big blinds. I'm not calling a shove for 10 big blinds with a suited queen. A bad suited queen. It's essentially a shove for 8 big blinds. I don't understand why people don't just shove there, right? Unless you're trying to trick people to think like, oh, I'm not going to look at what he has behind. I'm just going to look at the open and be like, oh, a 4 big blind open. Oh, excuse me. But otherwise, anyone who's paying attention will just be like, oh, yeah, I know exactly what that is. Aha, Jack Deuce. Aha, fold. Hello, ladies. We've got the pocket queens. Hello, Limp. Ooh, he 3-bet with King Queen. Getting spicy there, Steve. Interesting, interesting. Jam. If he jams, I think I just call. If he doesn't, I think I bet essentially his chip stack. There's almost never a situation where I'm folding this. But how do I play it versus Uncle Hoots? I just win. Okay, I'll take it. All right, we're top 7. Slowly but surely, we found our way into the top 7 chip stacks. We are barely above average, though, just due to how many chips Roadstar has. Roadstar has all of them. Ace 7, 9, 9. That's an ace and a 7 with some clubs. And they win. That hand played itself. Nothing different was ever happening there. Dog is like hyperactive at my feet here. I don't know if the sound has been coming through of them like running on the carpet, but whatever. Suited king, just gonna be a fold. 30 effective with some shoves behind. Yeah, no bueno. Not a suited king. I think I just continue my min open. We'll just go to 2. There's hey, stop it. Scratching at the carpet now, going crazy. Find a rejam. Okay, pretty good. It is a little scary. They do have a few 10s in their range, but generally speaking, not too much going on here on this board. Really just worried about a 10 in either of their hands, and there's only 2 remaining in the deck. So we're going to bet small. Obviously not holding a heart is somewhat sad. But they do have hands like Queen Jack that now hit some value. I'm probably just betting small again. Actually, I think I'm going to just check call. Check call seems fine. We're out of position. We should take that into account. They bet smaller than I thought they would, but we're just going to call here. And then hopefully the river's not an ace or a heart. 9 is pretty decent. Do we want to set the price, or do we want to let them potentially set the price? I'm going to set the price. They have the ace and the 3 of hearts. All right, didn't get raised. Got bet really small on the turn when we let him bet. So I guess we count that as a win, but it's unfortunate nonetheless. And Roadstar jams. We can't call with a weak suited ace like this. Big blind. Jack 3. I wonder what their river bet would have been had we checked to them. Because you check. It's a paired board. Obviously they were scared of it because they didn't raise us, but what does their bet look like? They go for a bet, but is it less than what we bet? Because they only bet a 4th pot on the turn. No idea, but I'm going to count the amount of chips that we lost there as a win, actually. But it is not looking good for us at this moment. We're in 21st out of 26. We have 10 and a half big blinds. We've took a downward trend here, but down is not out. So let's find a spot and let's rejam. Build up a chip stack. This is unlikely to be that situation. Do I just open shove trying to get some folds? Nope. Queen 6. Probably not going to be this one either. For sure. What do we got for blind levels? Next level is in 6 minutes. So we still have some time. We still have, 6 hands before we hit the big blind. Not that we have to go all in before then, but just a decent amount of time before we have to get too worried. about where we're at. We would have had the queen of clubs. Give me the opportunity to get my cards back, I would take it and go all in. Fold. Fold. Towards the bottom, we just don't get to talk about much because we just either get to say all in or fold whenever we get dealt cards. Really interesting, dude. You have like no chips. What are you holding on to? This will be a fold. Another hand that falls into that fold part of our range. We love to see like the raise and then folds the whole way through. It just allows us to see more hands at a lower blind level before we have to get too worried. So love to see the 4x open and then folds all around. Would love to see some quick action. Again, here's that big open. Get some folds around. Come on. Hey. And all in. I'm expecting like a septuple up 7 times, whatever they had, if they win. Because they started with 1.3, they could win 7.6, almost 7x. 6x is more correct, but who's keeping track? Dog, settle down. What did we have? We had a jack and a deuce. We would have had a pair with a draw. There's a big bet. And it's a bigger bet. I'm going to call. Jack deuce would have been no good. Oof. I think like king 7 suited I shove. Maybe even that's too wide. We still have 9.5 bigs. Right? We don't need to go too crazy. Any suited ace I shove, but how good of a suited king do I shove? King 3 just seems like bad enough, right? It's got to be bad enough. Big blind, jack 9. Depending on what happens, like we're inclined to see a flop and then decide what we want to do after that. So I'm guessing that's going to be the case here. Instead we get shoved and jack 9 cannot defend. Wow, we are getting some fireworks at the table. Not in the hands, but in the things you can throw through the app. Another Jack 9. I think I like a shove the most here, just due to like the fold equity we can potentially get. I don't know how often Carl's gonna fold here. That's the question. I think this player folds a decent amount. But the thing is, there's 6.5 in there, and we have 8. Like, no matter what, we're gonna end up getting a pretty decent price on this type of hand. So we're going all in. We'd love to see a fold. Please fold, because you have the strongest range here. Please fold. And ooh, we get a call there, and another call, and we are gonna be donezo. Unlikely for us to improve enough to actually end up winning this hand, because they had hands to. Ooh, well, let's hold up there. Just have like ace 7, ace king, ace jack, not king jack. Why shove? I don't like the look of the shove. Ace 10. No, the river. It is what it is. But that'll be it for us tonight. We finished in 23rd place. No one guessed 23rd tonight, so no winner on the giveaway. But we gave it our best. We did what we could, and we got 23rd place out of 69. Good luck to the 22 people that are left. Thank you everyone for tuning in. We'll be back next week, same time, same place. If you are interested, there's a fun little thing happening next Wednesday, the 27th. We're doing this thing called the Reckies. Annual awards for Rec Poker. Should be a fun time. I believe it starts at 7:30 Eastern, 6:30 Central. If you're interested, go to rec.poker, find all the details there. You'll find me tuning in there. But if you don't, next Thursday, same time, same place, we'll be doing the same thing. So we'll see you then. Thanks again for tuning in. Have a good night, and we'll talk to you all later. Peace.